Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Soul Time for January 26, 2020, the first video of this new decade after a bit of a hiatus. I hope that you've been well, whatever you've been doing, and I hope that the year has started off incredible for you so far. So we're going to talk tonight in this episode about my favorite topic, which is fear, strangely enough. And then there's going to also be a beautiful meditation tonight. But I just wanted to say and make a couple of reflections on the year so far. I know that for many already, they've just been experiencing a lot of profound shifts, a lot of changes, and even like a lot of lessons that you think you've done the work on, like seem to be coming up. So for many, it's felt a bit heavy, if you will. And I just remind you, remember that everything is always happening for you, not to you. You are choosing what is happening in every moment. You are choosing to experience what you're experiencing in every moment for your highest good, your highest evolution, your highest path. And so even in times where it can feel otherwise, it's really important to go back into this and recenter on this. A lot of times what I'll do in moments where it feels otherwise is I'll take a moment and I'll pause. I'm like, why am I choosing to experience this right now? Why is this happening for me? How is this happening for me? And it always brings me a peace and calm, because when I get into a state of what I'll call victim consciousness, it's a spiral. It's a spiral that leads, for me, nowhere good. And so what I really want you to think about, this being the first video that we're doing of the year, and as you're kind of thinking about what you want to tackle in 2020, is to really consciously focus on observing, how is fear showing up in my life? This is the most important work that we do, the most important. I very much believe it's what we come here to do, is really understanding and showing up. How is fear showing up in my life? Now, any fear I will define as any negative, lower level energy, feeling, thought. How is it showing up? And there's the fears that we have, our kind of monkey mind on repeat, the things that we say to ourselves. There's fear that other people share with us. There's fear at the societal level. And in every moment, and as cheesy as it sounds, you probably have heard this a lot, in every moment you have a choice between fear and love. But what I really feel that means is, yes, in every moment you have a choice to fear or to love, right? To choose it. But it's really about beingness. What am I being in this moment? And you can notice that and how that's showing up by how you're feeling. Am I feeling heavy or am I feeling light? And where am I on that spectrum? That will always tell you if you're more in alignment with the energy of love or more in alignment with the energy of fear. Knowing that your real purpose is to kind of say no to that fear, to not engage with that fear as truth, to rise above it and choose your ultimate truth, which is a lighter energy, which is the beingness of love. And that's really the day of work. And like, how does it manifest, right? What are all the different ways it expresses itself? It expresses itself for me, the moment I wake up and I have all the negative thoughts, oh my God, in my head from the start. In that moment, I can pause and choose to have positive, uplifting thoughts that then raise how I'm feeling, the essence of how I'm feeling. It shows up if I'm sitting and watching the news too long. I can really go in a spiral of fear. And then again, I'm choosing to discount the truth of who I really am by sitting in the misery of fear when I have a choice and I don't have to, right? And it can show up in so many different ways. So I really say, as you're starting on and embarking this year, the real work to stepping into the highest potential for your life is to really become super hyper aware. How is fear showing up for me today? Where is it showing up? What is it saying? How can I choose differently? And so there's two practices that I want to share with you. And the first, I'll call it, the practice of engage with fear as a teacher, right? And a really great way to do this is any area of your life that's not thriving, any part of your life that is stressing you out. There is likely somewhere in that that you are engaging with fear as truth when it is meant to be engaged with as your teacher. And so this is the biggest shift in mindset and consciousness that I impart upon you. When we immediately, it can be a negative thought. It can just be a straight up fear-based thought. Or otherwise, it can be deeper seated beliefs. When we are engaging with them as truth, when we are believing fear to be true, we are hands down blocking our potential. We are shutting ourselves off. We are in alignment with ego. Ego, the voice of fear in our head that presents itself as the voice of reason. And when we do that, we discount everything of who we are. We shut the doors of potential in our life. And so the way to use this practice and engage with fear as your teacher is to have the moment of the pause between that moment where you engage with that fear-based thought, feeling, emotion, whatever it is, as truth, and go, yes, you're right, I believe you. And then you take some kind of action. The action could just be sitting in the stew of fear. The action could be you follow the direction of what it's saying and make like a choice or a decision action based on where that energy is guiding you. And know that when you're in that alignment with fear in that way, you're shutting yourself off from everything that's possible for you. So the practice is instead to pause and go, what if this wasn't true? What if fear is actually a teacher and not a source of truth? And instead say, if this is showing up as a teacher, what is it reflecting to me? What is it showing to me about me that is ready to be healed? Fear is a mirror. That's all it is. It is something that shows up to show you, it's a gift, really, to show you what is ready to be healed within you. And so if you can shift your consciousness into this, you shift yourself into freedom. You shift yourself into healing every single thing that no longer serves. So again, taking our example, the fear shows up. You don't go, yep, you're right, you're true. You pause and you go, if this is really a teacher, not a source of truth, what is it showing me and telling me about my own healing? Oh, it's showing me I don't believe in myself. Oh, it's showing me I don't trust. Oh, it's showing whatever it is. And then there you at least have the guidance, the essence of the energy of what to work on to heal, to free yourself from the noose of fear. So that's the first practice. The second practice, I call it, what if yourself into surrender. So this is, I talk a lot about in my book. It's called the What If Fear game. And for this, and this is good for those like deep, dark, paralyzing fears, like, oh my God, panic kind of energy. And for that, you play this what if scenario. So if this happens, then what if? What is that? You get to the next level of what you're most afraid of. And you keep going down and down and down until you get to the thing that you're the most afraid of. And then that's where you have the opportunity to surrender. To know, even if this worst thing happens, I'm going to be okay because nothing can touch my core. Nothing can ever harm my soul. Right? So again, a lot of times we stay in fear when we keep it vague about the deep, dark thing that we're really, really afraid about. That's really triggering us. And so you go, okay, well, if I lose my job, what if I don't find another job? Okay, if I don't find another job, what if that happens? Well, I might lose my apartment. And you play it all the way down to, oh my God, I'm afraid I'm going to be homeless on the street. I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm going to die. Whatever it is. And then you see the areas, where fear has a stronghold on you in your life, the toughest, darkest areas that are your deep soul work to practice true surrender. So that's it. Engage with fear as teacher, and what if yourself into surrender. Is it easy? No. It is work, but you are here. You are here to spiritually grow. You're here to evolve your consciousness. You are here to shift and grow into the highest potential for your life. So it's entirely worth it. I do the teacher game, like that is my daily practice every day. And another good thing is you can catalog, like what are the things that are keep showing up, and you can see the trend. And then usually you might have a deeper trend that you then take the what if into surrender and apply it to that and go, wow, there's 3 things I'm really afraid of. Harm coming to me, harm coming to ones I love, death, whatever it is, heavy stuff, but things that you need to find a way to surrender to if you truly want to be free, if you truly want to be happy. if you truly want to live in the highest potential of your life. So I say 2020 is the year that we're going to kick fear in the, you know what, really? Like, don't you want to be free? Don't you want to be free from that which plagues you? Because the only thing that is blocking you is you, nothing else, nothing else. The only ways that you believe in fear to be true are what are showing up and blocking your potential. You are your kryptonite, right? You are your own kryptonite, and your path to freedom is through conquering fear. I promise you, conquer fear and you will experience happiness and joy like you've never felt. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. If you have questions about it, let me know. Before we step into our guided meditation, I just want to share I had a really powerful episode on my online show, Soul Purpose with Jessica Joins with Stephanie Olson. It's incredible. It's in the email. Watch this one. She is really an example of building a soul purpose business and living it. And so it was really a joy for me to do this one. So definitely check it out. Okay. As always, we're going to do about a 12-minute guided meditation. If you're not somewhere quiet, find that place, pause this video. And again, you just need to be comfortable. You don't need to be in any meditative pose. And we're going to do a guided meditation now on releasing fear. So go ahead and join me in closing your eyes. And just start to feel yourself in your body. And just start to relax and know that you're safe, that you're loved, that you're deeply cherished and taken care of. And let's start together with 3 long, deep breaths as you breathe in through your nose and release. Breathe in through your nose, release, and breathe in through your nose and release. And just start to imagine that there's a beautiful white light in the center of the earth. Feel your oneness with this light. And as you do, gently invite it up to clear, rinse, release anywhere you are holding on to fear in your body. As the light starts to travel up through all the layers of the earth, coming up and entering in through the bottom of your feet, flooding your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips and pelvis, coming up through your stomach, the base of your spine, up through all of your organs. Feel the light in every single cell as it clears, cleanses, rinses away all attachment to fear, all attachment to ego. And the light comes up through your chest, your heart, your upper chest, your higher heart, your shoulders, your arms, your throat and neck, your face, your head, your mind. Feel the light flooding every single cell of your mind. Again, clearing out, rinsing, releasing all that no longer serves. As the light goes out the top of your head and it travels up, 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 allow yourself to rise above the stars, above the sky, traveling, traveling, traveling. And this light goes up and it meets a huge golden ball of light, a huge, giant, giant sun. And feel your oneness with this light as well, as you offer up anything you're ready to let go of now. Any areas in your life where you're engaging with fear as truth, or that just simply aren't working. Old identities, habits, and feel this light pouring down upon you like liquid gold. Feel how soothing, enlightening, loving this light is. As it floods into the top of your head, flooding your mind, pouring down into your face, your throat, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. And the light floods your chest, your back and heart, down through all your organs, clearing, rinsing, opening, activating, down through your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves. And the light pours down back to the center of the earth. And then it quickly travels right back up, landing in the center of your heart as you now expand your light to cover you 360 degrees. And then expand it to cover the room you're in, the home or building you're in, the state you're in, the country, and now the globe, and feel how expansive you are. And then I want you to imagine above your head drops down a beautiful golden ball of light again, and it just lands and anchors right around you. And it starts spinning around you in a counterclockwise fashion, releasing all attachment to fear, all attachment to excessive worry, stress, self-doubt, anxiety, self-deprecation. Any negative, low-level energy is simply cleared out now. And now imagine there's a violet ball of light also above your head. Again, it anchors down around you. And it too begins to spiral, in a counterclockwise fashion. And as it's spiraling, think of one aspect of your life that just isn't working or isn't serving your highest potential. And I ask, in what areas, what aspects of your life, whether it's health, love, work, in what ways are you engaged with fear as truth? Notice what pops up. Maybe you believe you're just not lovable. That's what fear says. You believe it. Maybe you believe it's not possible to be happy and make money. That's what fear says, and you believe it. Maybe it says you'll never get over this health problem or issue. That's what fear says, and you believe it. Whatever it is and whatever pops up is what's ready to be healed. So notice it. Notice the first way, the most immediate way you're engaging with fear is truth, whatever it is. And as it pops up, just allow it to be released into the light. If it feels particularly heavy and strong, like you just can't let go, envision there's a cord where you are attached to this fear. And on my count and a breath, imagine severing that cord. So bring it forward, see it, see the cord, and 1, 2, 3, breathe in and release. And feel that cord being severed. And this paralyzing fear that you've been believing in being sent up into the light that spirals all around you. Now we'll just ask, what is the same aspect of your life? What is the second way that you're engaged with fear as truth? You are deeply believing in it. Whatever this energy of fear is telling you about this part of your life, you believe it. And again, be willing to release it. And we'll also cut any cord you've attached to it. So see a cord attaching you to this fear. And again, on the count of 3 and a breath, we will sever that cord. 1, 2, 3, breathe in and release. And just feel yourself releasing this as the spiral of light intensifies. Just feel yourself in this tunnel of clearing, cleansing energy, releasing, freeing, and liberating your soul. Allow yourself to let go of anything else that just doesn't serve. All areas of fear that are blocking your potential. And at the same time as you release, start to feel yourself being flooded with the energy of love and abundance. A rainbow colored light that starts to enter in from below. And it begins to move up, flooding every aspect of your being. And as this happens, just sit quietly and focus on your breath. And now when you think you've released everything that doesn't serve, just start to breathe in this rainbow colored light, pull it into every cell, every fiber, every aspect of your being. Feel it filling you up with every single thing you need. Self-love, trust, belief, a deep sense of knowingness, knowing the only truth is love. And just feel this energy anchoring into every single aspect of your soul, your physical body, your mental, emotional, etheric bodies. And at the same time, just start to feel this energy compressing in, and imagine that a beautiful roots are anchoring down into the center of the earth, grounding you in, grounding you in, grounding you in, as a beautiful protective energy shield starts to surround you, anchoring this healing into the here and now. And when you're ready, just start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and join me when you're ready. Welcome back. I just want to thank you so much for being a part of this Sunday night soul time. I thank you so much for your presence. You can do this meditation over and over, and you'll still just feel so much more benefit each time. If you have any questions I can help you with at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I just thank you so much for being a part of this. And I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Okay, bye-bye for now.